Hey everyone, Mitchell back here on my YouTube channel. I'm very devastated right now regarding the really sad news. The Big Ten announced that they will cancel the college football season within today or tomorrow. It is officially announced, folks. We are not going to have college football this fall, and it'll take between the SEC and Big 12 and the rest of the Power Four conferences to decide whether they want to get the season going or not, but. Illinois and Iowa are the only ones that wanted to keep the season going, but then the rest of the 12 or 14 teams, they ended up voting no for the season, including my Michigan Wolverines and Michigan State Spartans. So that's how it went this year. It's going to be a really hard fall not having it. College football, I post over half of my content with college football. I'm overly obsessed with it, and it's going to be such a different fall, not predicting every week for it. And it's going to be a lot of NCAA football for me this fall, just to try to add the normalcy there. And yeah, I'm on my year of the 2018 dynasty, so I'm on year 7 with my Wolverines, and that's been going all right so far. Just need to win a national championship, and then that'll feel good. But it's just going to be very unfortunate to have this happen. And Jim Harbaugh even just admitted. I mean, our players from Michigan are only there's only like 11 players tested positive, and you have how many guys on the team, and he still can't have a college football season. This is nuts. I know I'm sobbing a little bit, but I can't even fathom when the pro sports are going on that they can't figure it out. They had 4 months. They really had 4 months to figure it out. I understand why they want to keep the students safe and everything like that, but they literally had 4 months. I really hope it's in the spring, but otherwise it's going to be a long spring as well if we don't have that. And what if we don't have the NCAA March Madness that is spring either for a second year in a row? It's very unpredictable what's going on. I'm glad the players will be safe, as sad as this is, and this is really tough from a big college football fan from that standpoint of view. And a lot of new teams could have really been surprising the college football world. I really saw that coming. Even if it was all conference games and Notre Dame joining the ACC, how big of gains they would have had. Trevor Lawrence would have played his senior year, but now he'll play for Jacksonville or something, depending on if NFL's even on. That's the whole other dilemma. But this is mainly news from the Big Ten that the season will be canceled, and the MAC was the first part of Division I football that pretty much canceled their season and called it off because of it. They did have an idea of bringing the spring season there, but I think I was already not surprised. Division II schools, Division III schools, and my sister from previous videos, she plays golf at UW Whitewater, which is by Madison, the home of the Badgers, and they definitely canceled all their fall athletics due to the pandemic. And then St. Norbert, which is near where I live in De Pere, they're also in either Division III or Division II. They also canceled it, so I'm not surprised with these small schools that Division I went on to do it, because these athletes do not get paid. They need to play it safe. I get that part, and then they can still graduate while being safe by not playing the fall sports that a lot of us enjoy watching. It's not just football, it's volleyball, it's golf, it's all these other sports that really take place. And yeah, girls soccer as well. And yeah, it's just gonna be very different, and I'm glad they're gonna be safe for a year. And the vaccine can't come soon enough, especially with this, that they can maybe play in the spring, even though it's 2 seasons, just have a couple warm-ups for September. Who really knows? It's just very sad to me that they couldn't figure it out. But there was a player from some team in the Big Ten, but yeah, he had really bad symptoms from the coronavirus pandemic, and he's been having a lot of issues with his heart and an organ type of system. So, and I think he's from Iowa or some. I think he's for the Iowa Hawkeyes or something. But it's literally in this long Big Ten article I'll send you guys, because this is legitimately the issue, because college athletics, they don't have enough money, I don't think, which they have enough money for TV stations where they could have done it without fans, but they do not have enough money to keep they do not have enough money to keep the players in quarantine long enough, or have them do rapid testing like the NFL's been doing, and then so many seniors have opted out. Like Penn State's really good linebacker, he opted out his senior year to stay safe, which is all right because he's heading to the NFL next year, which is exciting for him. That's where I kind of see why it happened, just because there's going to be so many players that opted out, and then Trevor Lawrence could have opted out going back to the ACC. And Wisconsin and Notre Dame at Lambeau, which would have been exciting in this October, it would have been canceled anyway, and it would just kept going downhill from there. So that's what the Big Ten decided. I'll do another video soon once the entire season's canceled, but this is what I think right now. It's sad, but it's definitely good for the safety of the coaches, the players, the employees of the stadiums, and just the campus itself, because they're playing for 4 hours and sometimes 3 hours, and then they could expose other students if they have in-person classes, even if it is online. They still could expose them for not social distancing on the field. So I really think it's the right call by the NCAA, and I'm still glad they're working on a good backup plan of having it in the spring. So once it's entirely canceled, I'll let you guys know. But this is what the Big Ten decided. Kevin Warren, and then all the schools that voted to cancel it. That was what started it today. So after a 10 game conference schedule that ended up meaning something to now, it is canceled. So it's going to be a very different type of fall. Hope everyone makes the best out of their fall and enjoys their Monday, and see you all next time on my channel.